Hello people and welcome to my channel. I wish you have a nice day, nicer than I have here because it's gloomy, it is raining a little bit, but hey, I guess that's the weather in January here. My name is Chaba and like I said, welcome to my channel. And actually this is my first video that I'm doing for YouTube. I decided not too long ago that, hey, maybe I just try myself out on YouTube. So yeah, I decided to make a video. I really like cars, and that's why it came the idea that I should do some car related content. There's not enough on YouTube because there are a lot of reviews on YouTube and I really like them, I enjoy them, I follow some of the car topic YouTubers and yeah, they make very good content and I really like that. But most of these channels are doing videos about cars which are out of our reach, so most of our YouTubers who can afford exclusive cars and expensive cars like BMW, more expensive BMWs, Rolls Royces, Ferraris and so on. And so I decided to make some video about more common, more cheaper, more convenient cars, kind of like. And so yeah, this is my first video. I'm sorry about the quality. I'm recording from my telephone and I'm holding a selfie stick, which is my standard for the phone. And yeah, that's why the big shaking and everything in the video. But hopefully I will get my hand on a better camera and start making some better quality videos. So first things first, what kind of car would I want to start my videos, my reviews? Of course, the one which I can get my hands on the quickest, which means it is my own private personal car, which is a ta-da! Yeah, pretty anticlimactic. Like I said, common and cheap cars. So this is my 1999 Ford Fiesta. It has a 1.25 liter 16 valve petrol engine which produces 75 horsepower. At the factory, when it was frankly new, about almost 20 years ago, so I don't know how many horses are left inside under the bonnet, but yeah, it still runs pretty good. I really like it. I really like to drive it around the city because it's small, quick, agile, and yeah, it suits my needs, kind of like. So this model is a 1999. It is before the facelift what Ford made in 1999. It's the Mark IV, and then they changed the design. They had what Ford called the new Edge design, which had featured already the triangle headlights from the Ford Focus. They sharpened some of the edges of the car, and quite frankly I like this one better, not to mention the Mark VI, which was a boxy look, and that was even worse than this model. I really like the shape, I really like how it looks. It's a small car, it's not that exciting look, especially with these wheels on it. These are the steel winter tires which I have on, and yeah, these doesn't look too good. Actually, it reminds me, I don't know why, every time I look at my car it looks like a black kitten with the hairy legs and doing like meow and so on. Yeah, I don't know why it reminds me of that. It looks way better with the alloy wheels which I happen to have by. So here it is with the original Borbet 13-inch alloys. It looks way better. It looks way sportier, and I really like the summer look of this car. I didn't mount it on it because yeah, that would take a bit of time, and since it's winter, I still don't want to change it to summer tires. But I think they look way better on this car than the alloys and yeah, the hubcaps. So yeah, aside the tires, what I want to more say about the car, I own it for almost 2 years now. I really like this car. I bought it pretty cheap, which is about the main idea of these reviews. And yeah, in these 2 years, I managed to put something around 30,000 kilometers in it, which for a small car like this, it's a city car, don't forget about it, it's pretty much a lot of kilometers to do. So yeah, I did this 30,000 kilometers mainly with longer road trips, traveling back to my hometown, which is 1,300 kilometers away from here. Last year I did a summer holiday road trip around 5,000 kilometers in just 13 days, and the car handled it really good without any problem actually. And that is why I say that this is a very, very reliable car. It's 1.25 liter engine, which it has. I don't know, I'm trying to open it. Yeah, here it is. You can see it's the Zetec S engine actually. Runs pretty good. I really like it. Well, the acceleration is not racy. It's 11.9 seconds till 100. But yeah, what can you expect from a car like this? Well, so I really like this car. I really used it a lot, and slowly it's time to change it, to get rid of it. That's why I decided to make a review about it before I'm gonna sell it. So let's move on to the interior, which is, well, cheap. You can see inside these kind of plastics. These are kind of like, yeah, the cheapest you can get. Yeah, the inside is a little bit dirty. It is used. It didn't have too much mile on it. I mean, it had only 78,000 kilometers or something like that. So it was pretty decent. What I really like in this car is the interior, that it has the light trim. So the plastic parts and all the clothing on the seats are pretty nice with the light interior. I used to own only dark interior cars, and I have to say, since I own this one, I got really used to the light interior because it makes you feel you have more space in it actually. And in a small car like this, that's kind of like important to make it more, feel it more like spacious or something like that. So yeah, little cluster gauge, you have all the necessary informations about. This is a little bit more equipped because there are the basic models which doesn't have a ref counter, it doesn't has a water temperature gauge, and it only has the speedometer and the gas gauge. And pretty much that's all. So yeah, otherwise it's pretty decent. I don't have the climate controls, so yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the ass in the summer drives. But I have a sunroof which I can open, so this is the manual climate control, what I could say. So yeah, like I said, this is a city car mainly. When I bought this car, I was thinking about buying a 5-door car because it's more practical. Well, even though usually I was driving around alone, so in the back there was not used. But there's another thing why the back seats weren't used in this car, and I'm gonna show it right now. So I am 185 tall, so I'm a little bit taller, and I really like to drive with my legs stretched out, feeling comfortable in the car. And for that, in order to achieve that position, I have to push the seat all the way up to 11 in the back, which for me works pretty comfortable. But if I want to take my friends along on a ride, yeah, well, that's another thing. Don't put your friends in the back unless you mean a punishment for them, because, well, yeah, this is how much room you have inside a 5-door Ford Fiesta sitting behind a 185 tall person. So yeah, if you don't like to travel with your knees and your chest all the way up, then you might as well tell your friends to buy another car or not to take you on a road trip. And oh yeah, this is pretty hard to get out. So yeah, again, from outside of the car, like I said, it's not for tall persons, it's not for four passengers if you are pretty tall. And yeah, well, but for a lady, for example, to get from A to B in a city drive or a city mode, it is a very decent car. It has very decent trunk space. You can put pretty much a lot of stuff inside, and yeah, you can use it pretty okay in the back. The problem with these cars, actually, what was, and still it is, it didn't go away like that, it is rust. And it has the specific spots where it tends to rust, and mine is not different from that problem. So it is very hard to find any Ford Fiestas with an intact rear wheel arch, because it has all of those Fiestas are having problems and tend to rust in a rear wheel arch. Sorry, this is a hard word to say it. And there are some other spaces, like the doors a little bit. But yeah, this is kind of like, it happened pretty much to a lot of cars back in 1990s that had rust problems. Well, in the back it looks also pretty decent, pretty okay. I like the round shapes of it and everything. There I have a small replica of the car for decor. I put some decals on it and the masks because, yeah, I do believe kind of like it's a happy car. Kind of like when people look at it, they are kind of like, say that it's okay. So I don't know if it still has the 75 horsepower, which I said, but this decal puts 2 more extra horsepowers, and I make a feeling that makes a difference. So yeah, pretty much all around, this is about my Ford Fiesta, and I'm actually getting ready to sell this car because the new technical inspection has to be made in April this year. And yeah, because of the rust, because of my windshield is cracked and I have some smaller technical issues with the car, the repair expenses would cost possibly more than the car is worth. So I'm tending to sell it and buy another one, which is also will be a commoner car, and I'm gonna do my next review on that one. So yeah, this is my first video about reviewing. Hopefully you liked it. Maybe, I don't know, leave the comments, leave your thoughts in the comments below. Leave your suggestions, leave your, yeah, whatever you want actually. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you next time in my next video when I'm gonna review another common car, cheap car. So until then, take care, be safe on the roads, and see you then next time.